Good evening. Whilst it's been a relatively dry June so far here in the UK, it's been far from. If we cross the Channel into France and look at Monday and Tuesday's rainfall charts, this intense area of rain, a slow-moving weather system, gave some of the one of the wettest June days on record to some parts of northern and central France. Exceptional weather often, unfortunately, results in disruption, and we saw a landslip and some flash flooding, this just from the suburbs of Paris. Now, fortunately, the low pressure that has caused those issues, the slow-moving weather front, has pushed away eastwards. So unfortunately, similar weather, or certainly similar amounts of rainfall, likely across the Alps and into the Balkans in the coming few days, with a ridge of high pressure moving in. But this brings a change for the UK, some wet weather, in fact some stormy weather. Storm Hector moves in through Wednesday night into Thursday and pushes its way across not just the UK but into where it has been hot, dry and with wildfires. Yes, parts of Scandinavia, but it is likely to give some disruption. Tomasz will have more on the weather for the UK later on. Now, we are also well into monsoon season across India. Now, this satellite picture also shows that we've got a disturbance in the Bay of Bengal, which is going to continue to feed really intense rainfalls through parts of Bangladesh and Myanmar, the far northeastern states of India as well. But elsewhere, central India, we're seeing the monsoon just easing at the moment, just still across the Himalayas. But we could see 200 to 300 millimetres of rain in the coming few days. Further west, though, that western branch or arm of the monsoon continues for the Western Ghats. And again, there are warnings out. This massive cloud here is Hurricane Bud. Now, Hurricane Bud is giving flooding rains to the west of Mexico, but it's heading towards the Baja Peninsula by the end of Thursday. And then towards the weekend, it's likely to bring some rains for the likes of Colorado and Arizona, currently being struck by wildfire. So that will be welcome rain, but at the same time, that storm will be surrounded by strong and gusty winds as well. Rather cool and breezy weather with some rain and some hail snow still across British Columbia and the far northwest of the United States. And ahead of Bud, some intense heat, storms further east. Still very unsettled across the far north of South America, really quite cold, even though we're in winter further south across Chile and Argentina. And we've got the return of more rain, certainly for southern parts of Chile and Argentina, and some snow over the Andes Mountains here. Stormy weather across the south and east of Australia, really quite a battering for the winds, and still unusually wet weather across western Queensland. After what has been a very wet few days as well for the North Island, things are quietening a little, but we've got more rain to come into the west. As for here in the UK, I've already mentioned that there is a Storm Hector is bearing down upon us, and Tomasz will have lots more on that for you in around half an hour. Bye-bye.